Hey everybody, it is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday and I am actually going to start working on my Door County mini album. My husband and I went up to Door County the first weekend of May to celebrate our 10th wedding anniversary. And a couple nights ago, I just took a minute after I got my persnickety order in to fill up my album. It is I think it's Week in the Life album from Ali Edwards from 2015. I got it actually for Christmas from my lovely aunt. Thank you, Auntie Chris. And I am working on just getting all the pictures in, getting my journaling in, and getting kind of the odd bits and pieces in that I want to make sure that I use. I'm using the lens kit from Ali Edwards, and I'm also going to use some bits and pieces from Chasing Dreams, kind of try to use up my stash and integrate a little bit of, how do I want to say, embellishing with my Ali Edwards kits. I have finally signed up for the kits. I didn't make the mistake of, but I kind of jumped the gun and signed up for Studio Calico and Messy Box in December. And I'm really wishing that I would have maybe waited on Messy Box and done Ali Edwards. But anyhow, I am going to use up my stash, and I'm going to use those little 3 by 8.5 pockets to tell the story of each day. We were up there for a long weekend. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So instead of doing a lot of little journaling every day, I did a main overview on the back of the first page, and then I did 3 of these little half inserts that kind of told the story of each day, broken down by like what we were doing kind of every hour, because we were only up there for 3 days, so I kind of wanted to pack a lot in. So now I have gotten everything in that I want to get in, and I'm going to kind of point out where I want to add things. I'm also going to staple my acetate bits down that I wanted to use. That F is from the Week in the Life last year. This is an acetate circle from the Ali Edwards Lens Story Kit, and I just want to make sure everything is centered before I staple it down. And there are some acetate resin bits like that lens, and then there's some resin hearts that are loose in pockets that I will switch out the gold thread in my machine for some white thread, because I just was going to go with plain old white. And then I did have a spot where I needed another picture. Here's another acetate piece. They did have an overlay on them, and sometimes I was forgetting to take that off before I popped it in the pocket, so I'm just making sure that I've got all the overlays off. And then there is the S for Sunday. And then in the very back there, the container that the Lens Story Kit came in, I added all the bits and pieces that we kind of collected over the weekend, like menus and recipes and, little coasters for your drinks and stuff. I just stuck all of that in that little envelope that the kits come in, and I put 6 hole punches in it so it would fit in my album nicely. I'm sure you guys have seen that in lots of places. I did have that one last filler card that I wanted to get in there. And now I'm going to add a little bit of ephemera from the weekend. When we went to Washington Island, there was this replica of a really old, I think, Swedish church, maybe, the Stavkirka. Yeah, that we went to go see. It was really cool. We got there, I think, just before a wedding was going to start setting up for, so we were lucky that we got to run in there and go look at it. It was really cool on the inside. And then there is a map of Washington Island. I was going to try to figure out how to get it in there, but I didn't have any, things that you stick onto the side of paper. Real technical term. I know I had a few that I got from, like, insert tabs. I know I had a few from Beautiful Mess, but now I can't find them anywhere, so that is okay. Okay, now we are jumping to sewing pockets shut. I did find my really nice white thread, and I found a few different sequin mixes from Lucy's Cards, and I'm going to add a few sequin mixes, not a ton, but it isn't a mini album by me, right, unless there is some sequins in it. So this is going to get a little bit choppy here because I was doing laundry and I wasn't finding, I have a ton of Lucy's sequin mixes. Like, this is embarrassing, but I might have like 30 or 40 of them that I kind of had to dig through because I've got them separated by kind of by season. So I kind of wanted to find ones that kind of matched the lens kit and obviously matched the Magie Holmes Chasing Dreams. So I was just digging through my Alex drawers to kind of find the different ones that were going to match. Sorry, there's the loudest truck ever driving past my house right now. So anyhow, I'm keeping on going here. Every pocket that has acetate or resin pieces in it is going to get... Here I'm searching for some lavender, but I don't think I had bought any lavender at all from Lucy's cards. So I grabbed a lavender mix from Spiegel Mom Scraps and I added kind of what bits and pieces I had left from a Lucy's cards mix that was mostly white, and added them together just to make the lavender one from Spiegel Mom Scraps a little bit less dark lavendery, because actually we were at a lavender farm that day, so I thought, oh, how perfect. And I think that is going to do it for sewing pockets shut. I was going to try to find some more of those resin hearts, but I didn't have any left. All I had left were stars. So now we're going to jump to more of the embellishing part. I did take a minute to do a few things off of camera just to kind of figure out what I wanted to do, how embellished I wanted to be, what colors I wanted to use, and kind of the direction that I wanted to go. So now you are going to see a little bit more of my process. I did not plan any of the rest of the pages out. I just kind of put Hulu on and started embellishing as much or as little as I thought some pages needed to be. Now some of these pages with these gorgeous landscapes, I did not want to really over embellish. I feel bad that in past years when we went to Door County, I feel like I took gorgeous pictures and then I covered them up with a ton of embellishments. I really wanted to let these pictures speak for themselves and really only add, a few tiny word stickers or some of that like chunkier, like almost cardboard, chipboard kind of pieces that come in the Allie Edwards kit. I just only wanted to use a few of those on my 4x6s and hardly anything at all on my 3x4s. Now, because this is a mini album, I am going to take a minute and just use a little bit of Easy Runner Grand between the 4x6 and the 3x4 pictures, just so nothing jumbles around at all. I feel like my smaller albums, especially the vacation albums, get looked at a lot more than my normal everyday albums do because, people come over and they always want to see your pictures of vacation. So I wanted to take some time to make sure that those don't rattle around too much. And then this gets us to this gorgeous peach card from the lens kit. And I'm just going to use a little tag that came in the ephemera pack from Chasing Dreams and add that dream gold word that came on like the thicker shape sheet. And I'm just looking for some kind of vacation-y type stuff, so I did grab a couple bits and pieces from Oasis because that is very like weekend getaway vacation beach theme, so I thought that was going to work well. Plus, I need a little bit of gold glitter going on. And then I wanted a little bit more pink, so I just grabbed some pop dots and popped up that So Much Fun Getaway. And then I had problems with that pop dot kind of getting in the way of the getaway one, so I had to kind of cut my pop dot in half because I don't have any smaller than the smallest little ones that come on those packs from American Crafts. Now we are adding more of the Easy Runner Grant to 3x4s, like I said, just so stuff doesn't rattle around. And then I am actually going to add a tiny word sticker to that 3x4 because that open spot in the sand was kind of begging for something. There was my daughter, sorry. I took a minute to run that through my typewriter, and now I am going to make a filler card out of the back of that card because those Allie kits don't come with a whole ton of cards. And at every spot possible, I tried to get both sides of either the 3x4 or the 4x6 cards to work, because I really wish her kits came with 2 sets of the cards. That is my only regret about those kits, is that I wish they came with more cards. So anyhow, I am going to leave you here, ladies. I'm just going to add some filler music at the end, and you can watch me finish up my process. This will get us through all of day 1, which is Friday. Next Saturday, I will bring you day 2, and the Saturday after that will be day 3, and that will get me through my whole Door County mini album. So thank you so much, and there are going to be a ton of stills at the end, and I hope you all have a great weekend.